Hello, Scruff-tards. Early morning here. Welcome to the War Zone. I'm Scruffy, and this is Scruffy Tales, and I'm having coffee. Welcome. We're gonna jump quickly on over to Kursk and take a look at Syrski's masterpiece. I know that's gonna upset the Vatniks. Go into the comment section. It's gonna be beautiful. My last video upset them to no end, and they left a whole bunch of fantastic comments. And after that, a brief look at Kursk, we will take a quick look at the new world order that Trump has created all on his own. So, Mayakovsk 73, the other mappers look basically the same. You can see that Ukraine is bombing locations up on the left here and on the map. That means Russia is pushing further south into Ukraine out of Kursk along the two valleys. Notably along the Lochnia River from Novenke to Basivka towards Lochnia and then Yunakivka. This is important because Yunakivka is the main logistical hub for Ukraine, and from Yunakivka there's a road going straight east to the Russian border, and that is why Russia has made that push for the Ukrainian border. It is to cut off that logistical route that leads up to Sudzha, and then there's a main highway into Sudzha and Kursk, and Russia is moving down along the Lochnia River to try and reach the main highway. They've already cut that country road leading from Yunakivka in a straight line east to Russia. Well, I kind of predicted all of this 5-6 months ago in my video, What Went Wrong, or Did Anything Go Wrong, where I talked about that Ukraine pushed out to take Sudzha, Koronevo, and Glishkovo. At the time, I thought they would take Glishkovo, but not Koronevo. But in time, Ukraine would fall back because Russia would never allow Ukraine to be in Russia. So over time, Ukraine would be slowly pushed back, exactly like we saw, and then they would be at the Sudzha, at the river Lochnia and Pesel, like we're seeing, and that Russia would threaten Sudzha by attacking from the flanks, exactly like we're seeing here. So 5-6 months ago, I kind of predicted all of this, so take a look at that video link down below if you want to compare what I said back then to what's happening now. And also a couple of months ago in January, Syrski revealed that Russia had some 60,000 troops in Kursk at the time, and that they had taken 38,000 casualties, dead and wounded. More wounded than dead. Vatniks, don't shit your pants. It's not 38,000 dead. I think the number was 7,000 dead or something like that. I don't know, and 30,000 wounded. But I mean, if you put those two together, that's nearly 100,000 troops. 60,000 plus 40,000 casualties. So Russia had lost in 2024 in Kursk nearly 40% casualties, and that is why this is a masterpiece. This is what Ukraine wanted. Even if they did not take Koronevo and Glishkovo like they hoped, the overall plan was still push in, take these three counties in Kursk Oblast, hold for as long as possible, and inflict casualties as Russia was moving in more and more and more manpower, moving the war from Ukraine into Russia. So it's partial success on the operational level. It took 1 out of 3 objectives. But on the strategic level, they met some success as well by moving 100,000 troops into Russia away from Ukraine and inflicting nearly 40% casualties. I think that is proof enough that this was Syrski's masterpiece. And now for the New World Order, a couple of things have happened, and it's all because of one man, Trump. Incredible. 34 army chiefs, including members of the NATO alliance, EU members, as well as Japan and Australia. I mean, this was a rare and possibly unprecedented gathering of Western democracies, army chiefs that convened without the US. and they had a meeting in Paris, France, and they discussed how to take on more responsibility over Ukraine due to President Trump's unpredictability and rapprochement with Moscow, right? Clearly, a new world order is forming, taking shape, where the free world doesn't include the United States anymore. The free world is making deals and agreements without the United States, because the United States is more or less right now aligned with Russia, North Korea, and China. It's incredible, and we are seeing history in the making. People will read about this in the history books 200, 300 years from now. So take notes, people, because your grandchildren, they will have tests on this in school one day, and they will come to you and ask you, Granddad, Grandma, what happened when do? And then you can tell them, well, Trump was an asshole. That's all you need to write down in your report. But there's more. Portugal may cancel the order for F-35s. It is their current defense minister who is about to step down and be replaced. It is his suggestion to the Portuguese military and Portuguese government to not purchase F-35s and instead seek European fighter jets. The quote is real though. We have to be able to count on the predictability of our allies, which is no longer the case with the United States. Again, all thanks to Donald Trump. So a clear indication that the United States military industrial complex will more than likely be hurt in the future if this continues, because Europe will seek to purchase military equipment from Europe, South Korea, and possibly Japan. And further proof that there is an actual big rift between Trump and the rest of the world, or the rest of Europe and the rest of the free world, it is that the United States unveiled a steel and aluminium tariff aimed at the EU. And well, the European Union responded to this and said, well, if you're gonna tariff steel and aluminum, we're gonna put tariffs on United States whiskey, 50%. And Donald Trump blew a gasket, and the man-child he is threatened with a 200% tariff on European wine, champagne, and spirits. Which means that Europeans will not buy American whiskey. That is what the tariffs mean. The price on whiskey in Europe, American whiskey in Europe, will go up, so Europeans will not buy American whiskey. So when Donald Trump says, well, I'm going to put 200% tariff on European wine and stuff like that, it means it's going to be more expensive to purchase that within United States. So they won't buy it, and so European traders will lose money on the American market. So yeah, I mean it's and the thing is, Trump is on record saying that all of this is everyone else's fault, right? He's only trying to look after American businesses and American workers because they've been ripped off for so many years by everyone else. So he's imposing tariffs on everything to make America great again, right? And now when the world responds, his response is that that everyone else is actively trying to destroy America, right? So that the stock market has plummeted, it's not his fault, it's because of Biden and the rest of the world. I mean, he's trying to unite his followers to rally under him when the shit hits the fan, so that you can have the blame game. It's everyone else's fault. It's them, right? Them are the problem. They, and not decisions made by Trump. But I mean, we're seeing more and more. Fox News is questioning his policies. Officials that work for Donald Trump has gone on air on American media outlets saying that he is governed by emotions. He gets pissed off and makes decisions because he's pissed off. Basically everything the MAGA people say about women. You can't have a woman president because they're emotional. They make decisions because they're emotional, right? MAGA officials, Trump officials, have described Trump as being exactly that, making decisions based on the emotion he's feeling at that particular point in time. So yeah, I mean, it's a shit show, and it is what it is. And Europe and the rest of the world really need to start figuring out how to defend Western values and democracy without the United States. And that's it. A very brief look at Kursk, at things happening in the world, and well, yeah, that's gonna have to be it. And I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye.